From inside Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Coming up on the first pitch. And on the hill in this one, Zach Eflin. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that. And that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
The pitch. Foul ball there. Stays alive.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
That one ripped. Back there. Get out of town. A gigantic blast. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
And now it's going to be number 36. Here's the 0-1. He swings and fouls one off.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Liner, and that should be extra bases.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Man at first. Bo Bichette up to the dish. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Bro comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you can tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Golden opportunity right here. And that one fouled off.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Here comes the 0-1. And a foul ball left side. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the second game of the series. Double steal. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Kicks and deals. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the righty deals. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Base hit. One run is in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Nice line there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's Turner now. 1 run batted in yesterday. Their only run of the game. And that one wrapped foul. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's 3-zip.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Now it's Jansen to hit.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A massive home run. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 6-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Zach Eflin departs, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Taj Bradley will take over here.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's George Springer. And that one is in for a strike. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a base hit.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So a man aboard. Here's the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. That one is absolutely belted. And out of here. Their third home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 8-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Kevin Biggio up to the plate. Ripped on a line to center. Series flashes the leather on the running catch. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And now number 36. Here's a rocket out to left. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So first and second with 2 outs. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll circle the bases, make that 4 homers in the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 11-0.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
And the Rays, they go to the bullpen. Sean Armstrong. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Sean Armstrong.
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's Justin Turner. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That's out to center field. Siri in position. And that's the 3rd out. So they explode offensively for 11 runs in the inning. On to the bottom of the 1st. Jays 11, the Rays nothing. Back here at Tropicana Field. And towing the slab in this one, Jose Barrios.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Bottom of the 1st, and now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities. Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. Singy, they got their work cut out for them. Down a busload already in this one.
And a manager does not want to see his hitters going to the plate swinging like it's a home run derby. He wants hitters to put together quality at bats, play the game that you've been playing and that you've been taught to play with this organization, and go out there and move the line. If you do that, you're going to score some runs. Maybe you don't win this ball game, but at least you have some momentum to carry into the next one.
Drops into the glove. And that's the inning. Rays held in check here. They trail in this one 11. Second inning set to go. Here's the catcher, Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen.
And a pitch. Hard hit left side. Throws to first. One up, one down.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
And the batter is George Springer. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Slapped foul. Right-handed reliever. Bounce to the left side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He doesn't have a play, and he reaches safely.
The left fielder, number 25, Dalton Varsho.
Man at first with one gone. Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. That's hard hit in the line. Low makes the grab, and there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the second baseman, Kevin Biggio.
Man at first, Kevin Biggio. Next up for the Blue Jays, 0 for 1 so far. Fought off foul. Two outs. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. And a pitch. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's Kiermaier now. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 14-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And that's ripped into left, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. That one fouled off. Now the 0-1. And that one fouled off.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
Line drive. This looks like extra bases. Throw is high and over his head.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
So 2 on with 2 away. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Two on, 2 outs. Line drive, caught. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Ball, 1 strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Righty to the plate. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting fifth.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Just missed. Berrios, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a slurve, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. 1 out, bases empty. That one's in there, and the count is 1-1. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Brandon Lau in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And now 1-2. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Springer drifts towards it. He's got it, and that is out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Justin Turner. Armstrong back to work. And that one pulled foul. Armstrong in his 6th season. He throws a cutter, a sinker, a four-seamer, and he works in a slider. And there's a foul ball. To third. Can't field it cleanly. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the catcher, Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen to hit here. 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Now this is in the air down the line, and that drops foul. Springer, a former All-Star, 34-year-old vet, a former first-round pick back in 2011. The pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
The left fielder, number 25, Dalton.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swings here and blasts one left field. And out of here. So he blasts one out the other way. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add a pair. It's 16-0.
There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
Now a new pitcher for the Rays, Kevin Kelly.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Kevin Biggio with a chance to hit. Down the left field line, could be extra bases. And wow, he puts on the brakes at first, so just a 2-out single.
He was all over that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
On the ground to third. Fair ball. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Wastes no time there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Every now and then you'll see a right fielder try to throw out that runner at first. The hitter, he takes offense to it.
Well, nobody ever tried to throw you out at first.
Just the second baseman every time I'd roll over on the ground.
Now a chance for Bichette. Base hit, 1 run in already.
This is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
2 outs, bases loaded. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will hit next. Base hit, 1 run is in. The throw in. Not in time. He's safe. And the lead continues to grow. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Justin Turner now, 1 for 3. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Jays lead it 19-0. And we're back. And now it's Jose Siri singing. You got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Out to short, Bichette. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. That's got to be an error.
Shortstop, Ahmed.
Man at first. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Ahmed Rosario. Ground ball left side, could be 2. He never makes a throw. Both runners are safe. And I'm just scratching my head.
The catcher, Rene. Pinto.
And now the catcher for the Rays, Rene Pinto. Popped up. Guerrero under it. He's got it. And there's one down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Josh Lowe. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Ball one.
And takes Lowe for ball one. The Rays with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of the third. That one in the dirt, 2-0. On the ground, could be two. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, this has been anything but a clean game for this team defensively. That's their third error, but somehow they still have the lead. Even if they do get the W in this one, I'm sure there's going to be some early work tomorrow trying to clean things up a little bit.
Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
On the ground to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Yandy Diaz now. He's 0 for 1. Ziggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Rosario at third. Low on at second with 2 down. Got him looking. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they give them a run, but after 3 errors, it could have been worse. On to inning number 4. Toronto leads this one 19-1. Back now in Tampa Bay. On to the 4th. And now for the Jays, Danny Jansen. Kelly back to work. Base hit center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The right fielder, number 4, George.
Stepping in, George Springer. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Lifted in the air, right field. That takes care of Springer. And there's one away.
The left fielder, number 25, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Late swing, foul to the left.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Rosarena pulls it down, and there are 2 down. Man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Kevin Biggio.
Kevin Biggio.
Sliced hard but foul. The Jays up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. His first homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 21-1.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to
Garrett Clevenger gets the ball now. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Garrett Clevenger.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. 4 out of 4 with 2 homers and a couple of singles. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. The Jays get a pair on this homer. On now to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Tropicana Field, Isaac Paredes now.
The third baseman.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Out to short. On the run, throw to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings through that one for strike 1.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
And that one in the air center field. Kiermaier moving under it. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 8, second baseman.
Lau at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Wow.
Swing and a tapper. And it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Left-hand batter waits. To the right side, Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here with my pal Singy. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, number 36. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And now the lefty. And a foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And here it comes. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Gone. He sends it out of here, and they add to the lead. It's 22-1.
The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. 4 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 singles. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. But he holds up at first. Good play out there to cut it off.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now at the plate. And that one hammered. Siri raging back towards the wall. Gone! home run of the inning for them, and they boost their lead. It's 24-1.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now on the bump, Phil Mayton.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now Justin Turner gets a chance to hit. And a base hit right there.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. Their third home run of the inning. It's 26-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Now George Springer. This one smoked on its way out of here. That was blasted to the moon. His first homer of the year. It's 20. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Jason Adam gets handed the rock out of the pen.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Dalton Varsho digs in now. That one pushed to the left and foul. Adam, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Liner, base hit. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, his stuff is just too good to fail.
Now it's going to be Kevin Biggio in the air, left field. Rosarena makes the play, one away.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
That one drilled left field. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
Number 36, the next to hit. Oh, great stop. To first, and they get the out. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And the batter now, Jose Siri. The right-hander back to work. There's the strike.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Guerrero under this one. Makes the grab, one away.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
This one in the air. They got it for out number 2.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
On the ground, and foul ball. Hit weakly on the ground. Turner. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, fortunately, they've got a big lead on the scoreboard, so that error shouldn't hurt too much. But you have to be careful about losing concentration in a game like this. It can be an easy trap to fall into.
So the lineup flips over. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. And a foul ball. The Rays yet to pick up a hit here. Up the middle, Bichette fires to first on the run. Now he launches a throw over his head.
That's a case where he just pushed the throw a little bit, didn't stay on top of it, didn't find the release point, and it gave him no chance at first base to come down with it. I know he won't be happy with himself on that one.
First and third, 2 away. Harold Ramirez at the dish. Gets him to chase after that one.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about
swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That ends the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Bichette measures 6 feet even, 190 pounds, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
First baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the 5th.
Just seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Turner climbs in on that right side. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now at the plate, Danny Jansen. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. One run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
So up next for Toronto, George Springer. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Couple of singles back to back. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now the left fielder, Dalton Varsho. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that hits the bag. And they get the out after the ricochet.
The batting is 8. Second baseman, Kevin Biggio.
Here's the second baseman, Kevin Biggio. And first offering is fouled off. Rocketed out towards right center. Base hit. One run is in. The throw into second. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. So it's 4 runs for him on 5 hits. No errors and no one left. Bottom of the 6th inning. And stepping in for the Rays, Yandy Diaz. And a pitch.
Ball.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Diaz, an all-star a season ago, 32 years old, and he was born in Cuba. And the right-hander deals. He swings and fouls one off. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
1-2.
Swing and a pop-up. Biggio drifts towards it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Isaac Paredes.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Foul ball. One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Lifted in the air, right center field. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Randy Arozarena. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
No ball.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Kicks and fires. And it's fouled away. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Colin Poche.
Number 38.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Kevin Kiermaier.
Pretty amazing, going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
On a line, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate don't come around too often. This is pretty special. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
And that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The batter, number 11. Shortstop.
Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Ground ball left side. Fair ball. Throw into third. The tag out. But they do get a run.
That's heads-up play right there. The outfielder knowing he has no shot at the runner at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one back. And that ball is out of here.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
So now Turner in on that right side. Line drive, leaps and he's got it.
That ball was ticketed for right center field all the way, but not so fast, the second baseman says. Leaps up into the air and brings it down. Some nice hang time as well when he was up there.
And here's the catcher, Danny Jansen. That one laced to center and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
The right fielder, number 4.
George Springer will hit next. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. Caught just shy of the wall. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2. 7th inning stretch time. Ball exclusively on the show. Bottom of the 7th, and now it's Brandon Lau.
The second baseman, Brandon Lau.
And the right-hander back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And he deals. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.